Honorable Samuel D. Tweh Jr., Minister of Finance and Development for Planning Republic of Liberia, Representative, District Number 5, Monserrato County, government officials present, elders of our communities, officials and members of Concerned Development Initiative, dwellers of Bagbu Christian communities, ladies and gentlemen. Today's event celebrates the official launch of Concerned Development Initiative CDR. I am deeply delighted this afternoon to welcome our guests to this all-important occasion. It is our personal hope that your presence here today serves the purpose for which you were called. Again, on behalf of the leadership of Concerned Development Initiative, we say a big welcome to our community.
So that was the chair of the Concerned Development Initiative, and that's CDR. So you are watching KMTV, folks, from wherever you are watching from. This is KMTV. My name is Michael Regamori from.
Thank you.
Live on
few words for more action. That's the chairlady. Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you so much. Well, they say the more we are together, the happier we'll be. And to make us happy and jolly as we celebrate this movement and launch our community organization, we go on to the band. Music from the band. Thank you. We just wish we had the luxury of time to dance more. Yeah.
So, folks,
once again, what's the matter of CDR? I said, what's the matter of CDR? When we talk about development, we talk about CDR. When we talk about transforming our community, we talk about CDR. Well, to talk more about CDR and what he has been doing in so short a space of time as a community. We will then call on the co-chair of the council, eminent person of the community, Honorable Colonel Abbas, for a brief history of CDR. Mr. Abbas. What's the motto of Abbas?
Say! Working together? Working together? What about Australia? What about Australia? Honorable Samuel Tweh, the Minister of Finance and Development, government officials present, the Elder Council of Bush, a Christian community, our churches invited for this occasion, members of our band, the Fourth Estate, members of CDR, our noble organization, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored today to give a brief history of this noble organization in this community, Christian community, formerly Bush. This organization, CDR, came to be on June 30, 2019. On the 10th of August, this organization was able to come up with their new leadership or interim leadership to carry on the affair of this noble organization. And from then, we as CDR members, we have been moving forward. This organization is all about empowering our women to take the responsibility in leading. CDR leadership comprises of social women. We have the chairperson, the vice chair, the financial secretary, and as you can name it, all the viewer women. For the men, we are referred to as well the eminent council to support our women so that they will take the mantle of authority when it comes to our leadership. What have we achieved so far as an organization? This group CDR, when it gets breath, our sole purpose is for development. We earmark development, and indeed this community, Christian community, is our home. And we ask for budget, government effort, so that indeed we develop our own community. We need not to wait all the way for national government to come so that our community or area will be developed. For this reason, this group of noble people put themselves together. In this group, we have the Brewerville, we have the market woman, the market men, we have counselors, we have accountants, we have nurses, we have doctors, and as you can name it. And because of our expertise, this group have put in their little resources to see that this community move forward. Therefore, let me take the honor to highlight some of the things that CDR have done so far. And I want you to look at the projector. I'm very sorry that the projector is not up here for you to see the development that CDR have carried on so far. Somebody say the lion is across the river. I want to show you that this group is up for development to better national government.
And so as you can see, when the Ebola broke out, the coronavirus, this organization was able to govern themselves. They put in their little resources and bought some buckets, some gallons, some tassels, and went from house to house in the community, as you can see. Disobedient, this item to our community people, sensitizing them that indeed the coronavirus is deadly and there's a need that you keep safe. Not only that, but this organization was able to mobilize, looking at the road condition. At the time of this community, the road condition was very, very deplorable. When you enter the Baptist Christian community, you realize that indeed, sometimes you take by in the water, the motorboat will knock you down in the water. So this group sees the need that indeed it is time that we develop our community. Whether you have $1, you have a sense, that sense can make something. And so this community brought in a motor grader, as you can see. This group brought in a motor grader to open the community. Not only that, this group was also in the vanguard of what? Of working together to make sure that the community will be safe. What do we want to achieve? As an organization, making a 1 year plus, we are launching today. And after the launch, ladies and gentlemen, our honorable minister and his entourage, we want to send for you that indeed, city has earmarked 4 cardinal projects in this community. City has earmarked 4 cardinal projects in this community after this launch. And we have targeted from 2020 to 2023 to complete the project. Number 1, city has earmarked a multi-purpose building. This multi-purpose building will serve our youth, our adolescent girls in this community, and will help them to make them to be productive in our community and for Liberia as large. This organization has also earmarked a market building. Our old people take their better ball from here all the way as far to sell. So we have earmarked a market building to erect it in this community. Also, we are looking at our road. Honorable Minister, as you drove from the junction to this community, you saw the condition of the road. When it is really sissy, you cannot take the pregnant woman from here as far to reach on the road. There's problem. So Syria has earmarked the road project to be number 1 priority. So Honorable Minister, never take the time. We are pleased to inform you that we have cataloged 4 major projects from 2020 to 2023 towards completion. A multi-purpose building, the facing of our road, a market hall, and electricity in this community. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Harry. Thank you so much. Conan Ramos, rather. I beg your pardon. So the number is 4 cardinal projects, or 4 key projects between now and 2023. Hopefully we can achieve them. At this time, we'd like to recognize some of those who have come here to celebrate with us and share the moment with us. Madam Vivian Whistler of Simenko, we say you're welcome and you're highly recognized. You're welcome. You're recognized. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Whistler. Darlington now, Human Resource Director, you're welcome. So now, Madam Emma Mitier Glasgow, the Director General, National Fishery and Aquaculture Authority, NAFA. Wilma Smith, Deputy Director, NISGIS. The Reverend G. Thomas Tweh of the Restoration Power Ministry is also welcome. And if we didn't call your name, you are equally welcome and of special importance here today. Thank you ever so much for being a part of this program. We now call on our powerful Secretary General, the talking lady of CDR, Madam Vivian Samuel, for the introduction of our guest speaker.
So folks, we still here live from the Brewerville, Bakakala area. We are bringing you live broadcast here as the Minister of Finance and Development Planning, Honorable Tweh Jr. is here to visit and speak to people here.
Time is fast spent. So ladies and gentlemen, our elders here present, our guest speaker, permit me to observe all protocols. It is with distinct honor and pleasure that I take this time to introduce our guest speaker for this occasion. Our guest speaker today was born on May 6, 1971 under the union of Mr. Samuel D. Tweh and Mistress Mary Williams, respectively, of Tokuken and Boloken, Maryland County. Under the guardians of his prayerful mother, our guest speaker today was brought up as a Christian and is currently a member of the S.W. United Methodist Church, located on 12th Street, 13th Street in Cinco, Monrovia. Education. Our guest speaker is a proud product of public education, that is, going to government school. As a resident of Beaumont's Bridge community in the early 80s, he attended the William V.S. Totmore Elementary School located in Point 4, Bushra Island, before departing for Bomi Hills, currently Bomi County, where he had a brief stint in proper education at the St. Paul Episcopal Elementary School and the more famous St. Dominic Catholic School. Our guest speaker completed middle education at G.W. Gibson Junior High School, now high school, before enrolling at the William V.S. Totmore High School, where he graduated with the children in 1993. Our guest speaker was among the first to be admitted at the University of Liberia after the 5 years the onset of the Civil War. He read economics and mathematics, graduating magna cum laude in 2001. In 2009, he obtained a master's in economics from the George Washington University in Washington, D.C., the United States of America. Our guest speaker was appointed minister in 2018, prior to several achievements before. Because we don't have time in our favor, we will introduce no other person but a man of the people, a man from amongst us, a man who has the heart of development, a man who is innovative, a man who is down to earth. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinguished honor and pleasure to present to you our guest speaker of the day, Honorable Samuel Tweh Jr.
don't see the powerful people. Yeah. You really like being here today. Yeah, I feel very happy. Let me stand on the existing protocol, all government officials, the council of elders. Thank you for welcoming me. Members of Concerned Development Initiative, this powerful community development organization, members of the media, please report what you hear here factually. I always had to take my statement out of context. Anyone else I can do battle. But let me say one thing, which is most important. There is no more important, significant program that I would rather be in. I can spend the next 20 hours standing on this podium than to talk to a group of Liberians who have taken on the initiative themselves to complement the efforts of national government. I sit at my house all day, I'm dealing with large groups of people. And I tell them, the people who get my attention are the people who are community organizing. Are the people who are working to move garbage. They're not waiting for the government, they are complementing the garbage removal on solid waste, they are organizing. I just received a wonderful proposal from a group that wants to do solid waste management. To change this country, for 170 years, we've looked to government. All Liberians want to work for the government. Everybody want to work for the government. So when I see the word self-help in your team, your motto, how to buttress self-help initiatives that buttress national government efforts in nation building. Give it up for them, give it up. Give it up for them. The government is a massive bureaucracy. It's controlled by elected senators and representatives, by the president, by cabinet who sit on the top. They make policy decisions they have made so over the years. I'm of the view in my 2 years in government, being Minister of Finance, and a lot of those decisions probably are not trickling down to our people over the years. So we have to change the face of government. We have to dismantle the government and reorient it to the people. The vehicle for that is not government coming down and coming to you from up coming down to you. It's you organizing yourselves with momentum and moving toward government. We don't want the bottom approach. We want you to have the energy and the vision. You have to own the transformation of this country. So this is why I'm very proud. I told you I can stand here endlessly. I will never go hungry to talk to this group of women. Never go tired, because this is what I do all day. I tell people, the president we have is the greatest chance this country has ever had to change this country for good. And we're not going to lose it. Because nobody has a better heart. Nobody has a better compassion. The will to make the toughest decision. Nobody than this man. He's a popular president. And I'm talking to a renowned economist in Washington, D.C. He said, look, if you're a government, you have 4 years, you do the tough things in year 1. For you guys in Liberia, you have 6 years, you have almost eternity. And you have a very popular president. So step on the people to do everything in year 1, year 2, let them cause y'all, let them demonstrate. When year 3 coming, people begin to see, by year 4, the country will be sailing, y'all will move straight into re-election. You are afraid to do the tough things in year 1, year 2. When year 4 come and when the macroeconomic winds start hitting you and you go to election, you're out. And y'all saw what the president did. And last year y'all organized in June. You know why I like y'all? Because you guys were organizing this thing June when it looked like the country was breaking up. You were not giving up on your country. You were not organizing protests. When students were standing in front of the president's car, you remember? At the time we were doing harmonization, at the time we were cutting salary. We're not cutting salary right now. The time students were standing in front of the president, teacher pay, were doing harmonization. At the time people were hiding on all that thing that was happening in the country, you were here organizing for transformation. All the things we did. We met a government inherited a very difficult situation. People in this government used to be making $25,000 a month in Liberia here. Taking government money and personalizing it. The president said nobody will make more than a sitting minister. So if you're a consultant, you're making $50,000, you own your own. If you are anybody, you're making $20,000, you own your own. The yardstick is the salary of a minister. And then cascade it downward. So if the minister is that, you're coming below the minister. And I had the president set that scale. That saved $8 million from the budget. The president called his own first. I was the first saving there, $8 million. The man he said that he saved $8 million. Then he launched harmonization. You all know the harmonization. Everybody, they'll fire Samuel Tweh. They'll fire Samuel Tweh. They're cutting people pay. But let me tell you the benefit of what the president was doing. It's not fair for us to be in one country where we spend the country money one way, one group benefit, the other group suffer. If you're working in government, one pay for all. If you're a nurse, I saw the statistic of a nurse, one nurse who's making, I think it was $400, and I saw another nurse making $2,800. Their friends showed me the statistic, and we saw the number. I said, how is that possible? What kind of nurse, what kind of difference is that? The same school, the same learning. How you want to make $400 make $2,800? So we saw that number and we drew the line. It didn't make plenty people happy. Our job in changing the country is not to make people happy. Our job is to do what is right.
The Brewerville area where Minister Samuel Tweh,
so to that exercise,
and development planning is speaking here to residents of
workers were lifted.
The Brewerville community in district number 7. So we asked that you share this video and invite all of us as we continue our live broadcast.
$45 a month. There are immigration officers who sleep at the border who are making $45,000 a whole month. President took them up above $100. That's reform. So what we've been doing is to restructure the budget, because the major instrument we have is a national budget. We're trying to make sure that the money in the budget is spent for the needed purpose, and it's not benefiting one group. So we are cutting, we are rationalizing, we are refusing to spend, we are looking for ways to and the budget as it is right now is not the shape that we wanted to be in. But you see, when you're a new government, you're doing the change process, you have to be careful to balance, because change is difficult. Look, a benevolent dictator, meaning somebody like Paul Kagame, who alone can sit in the room and make a decision, can change the country faster. This is what's happening in a lot of the Asian dictatorships, where the benevolent dictator just say, okay, you know what, I don't hear what the other people say in the view. I won't build that road and I'll put the money there. Because so now you say you won't build the road, people say, okay, do the land, everybody start democratizing the decision, then you slow. But we need tough decision making like that in a democracy. So, with the president 2.5 years, I can tell you, in this midterm election, you need to give the president the mandate. Because when the president sweeps, it gives him the strength to stand up and say, you know what, we're going to just change this government upside down and bring our government to our people at the community level. When we look at the budget, we don't see this, we don't see Brewerville, we don't see this, we don't see Kakata, we don't see in the rural area in Maryland, in Lofa. resources are slow to get to those places. We have a decentralization law, but it's still slow. It is the cumbersome bureaucracy in Monrovia and the power that they're still tight. So let's reorient this whole government. The president will now have that resounding mandate for people to be afraid of him. So this is the mandate that you want to give him this December 8th. And you are giving him that mandate because you want resources to come down. Because he is the one who's redrawing the budget. I can tell you, this budget that we submitted with $535 million achieved a lot of things. By the way, last year we managed so far, we're ending the budget year with a surplus. But it's because we are managing well. The president said, do not borrow. If you don't have money, spend what you have. If you make it $300 in your house, spend $300 or $200. Save some. Don't say because my neighbor can borrow me $50, every time I change, I will go there and be borrowing. You end up borrowing $1,000, but your salary at $300. How you relate? You're upside down already. Can't make it. So as a country, that's what we've been doing. Our total debt is $1.5 billion. Yeah, $1.5 billion United States dollars. The domestic one that we're owing the central bank is somewhere around $400 million. You know how much the president borrowed? Say he came $60 million. He got $60 million ownership for $1.5 billion debt. Do the percentage. Put $60 million over $1.5 billion, and how much George will contribute to the bank? He's fiscally responsible. So we are the ones who are changing the country. Then somebody tell say, oh, because I say you can't cut the lawmaker's salary, so we want the poor people to be beggars and suffer. What kind of stupidity is that? Let me tell you something. We cut lawmaker's salary by $2,000. The president did that. A representative today, his net salary is $5,000. He used to make $10,000 before. A representative used to make $10,000. The president cut it down to $7,000. When government take the taxes from that, he carried home $5,000. Senator Dillon is proposing that the gross salary of the senator should be $5,000. When the government take taxes from that, it will come to $3,000. And by the time the man take a $1,500 or $2,000 you owe in Echo Bank, he left with $1,000. That is not a wise, sustainable policy prescription. That's why it will be destroyed. You can't go there. That does not tell me that I am against cutting salary. I am for cutting salary responsibly, sensibly. Banks are giving money. Banks take your money and give it to people who they believe they can repay. When you put your money in Echo Bank take that money and give it to him, believing that he will pay. If he doesn't pay, your money leave there. So if all the our money and a lawmaker come and say, okay, I'm making $10,800, I want a loan of $200,000. The loan officer will calculate, say, every year, this man, I know he guaranteed, I say he died, but he's not going to die. So we get the money. I had to get in the money. $200,000. Then harmonization can say, $2,000 move on there. The boss says, amen. I see the thing that happened in the program meeting, you know I got a loan. When we were doing harmonization, the banks were calling me. I said, but minister, you know the legislators are owing. I said, my man, we will cut it to the point where you can set their money, it will be okay. We did that. Then somebody come here and say, we will do another one. So technically, if somebody took, especially they took, I know some people got 150, some people got 200,000. Because I'm dealing with the financial sector, so they tell me. So if somebody took 200,000, you know how much every month they're taking for you? 3,900 at an interest rate of 12% for 6 years. According to the data, you get a 3,000 monthly, they will pay you 2,300. Your take-home pay, bank take that money from there, you will still be owing the bank. That's the kind of proposal you send before anybody to consider seriously. And the kind of people who got here say making decisions for us, how we manage these people enter in those places. How we manage. I mistake, I gotta correct it. We want serious policy makers. We are for change. We don't want fake people to come and be misleading our people, lying to them all day. Discussion should be serious. We all want to change the country, but change the country on the basis of facts. Let me just another thing. Even if you say lawmakers should make 1,000, let me ask you, if we reduce the lawmaker's salary to $1,000 US, You don't believe that people will still go to them to ask them for money? Even if you reduce it from $1,000 to $500, let's pay them $500 every month. You don't believe people will still go ask them? Who in America is not helping Liberian people? How many people here are not taking money from the salary happy family? Let me see you. Show me your hair if you're not helping anybody. Let me see. Y'all see any hair? Show me who take that money and don't help somebody at the end of the month. Before you say the lawmaker, them and that's what be happy our people, they're supposed to make sure that the people develop. But the laws that they're passing, all the work they're doing is supposed to make development. That's what we're doing, but that doesn't mean that you can't do that development and still help Liberians. We are a caring and congenial people. We help one another in our culture. But that doesn't mean that we are lazy. And the evidence that we're not lazy is people like you standing up and rising to take your destiny in your own hand. That's it. Every community needs you. Every community in this country needs a group like this. That 4 projects, that's not your vision there. That's your beginning. You are bigger than those 4 projects. What is a market hall? We roads here. Government building roads. We do the road, we do the market hall finish? No. Your job is to sit and develop and work with government to solve complex problems. Girls are dropping out of school before. The statistic on the number of girls who leave school, they say only 50% of the girls that are entering 1st grade are reaching 7th grade. So if 100 girls enter 1st grade this year, in 5 years time, only 50 will make it to 7th grade. Y'all need to help to change that statistic. So you got to think bigger. The road and a tangible thing here, we put it there. But the human behavior, the attitude of Liberians, we need to work. There are girls that are getting pregnant, we need to stop that. When a girl gets pregnant in school, that's an almost certain life of poverty, because the child also is going to be reared in poverty. We need to make sure that our girls are not dropping out of school. Who is going to organize these movements at the community level to work with schools in this place here in Brewerville City to make sure teachers go to class on time, and if a teacher doesn't go to class on time, he's reported to the Ministry of Education because you have the network locally. So your vision has to be expanded. It's not just around market and something, it's a big vision. Every old man here who's 60, 70 years old needs medical attention. You need to press government to make sure doctors and nurses come here to treat our people. That's it. Our market women need access to loan. This president is the first president that has put $4 million in the budget between last year's budget and this year's budget to take care of vulnerable businesses, petty traders, and market women. Market women here will benefit from that money. This president, the president is also working. The president is also working with the United States government. I say it has 10 million, and the World Bank that has another 10 million. So that's 24 million for vulnerable businesses, petty traders, market women, and we're going to work for organizations like these to be able to access some of those resources to organize. I'm fired up. I'm fired up by you. Because, let me tell you, I didn't know why I was walking through in here. I didn't know why I was walking through in here. I didn't know y'all had organized a development group. I didn't know that, to be honest with you. So I'm surprised, but I'm pleasantly surprised. Because I see a lot of women. I see more women than men. So that tells me that when the power of female organization is stronger than male organization. So you can be ambassadors here for our elders, our children, our youth. You can help organize all our youth together. All of these young people, you can mold them. This country needs to create jobs. The economy is not growing at a rate that we can take jobs for these people. Our job is to fix that, and we are. There is no switch in the economy that you can turn overnight and all of a sudden jobs come. It takes some time. So people have to give the president time. The people who could not do it in 12 years, in 20 years, they want the president to play magic. Of course, our president was a magician on the football field. We saw it. But even before he played the magic, he will need some time here in politics. Just watch it. The magic is coming, but it needs some time. So in agriculture, where I want to go, there's a lot of work we have to do in agriculture. We have to go back. Liberians have to go to the soil. So your group also have to have an agricultural vision. Our job is just to find national resources and build partnership with community organizations. My belief is that community development organization is the way to go. You need a community development center where when children come from school and they can't do math, somebody is there to teach them math. If children don't know how to read, somebody, in fact, you need to open a phonics section. I'm noticing, in certain schools here, the children know phonics. In my area, I called a coaching competition for the little kids, I think it was last Christmas or something. And what I was finding was, when I started giving them phonics, and one of us said, no, the trainer don't do phonics. I only that one girl because she in some kind of school there where they teach it. Every child should learn phonics universally in the country. Whether you go to American school, you come to a Singhall school, the literature, the phonics instruction should be there. Y'all need to help the community to deliver that. Because when children start reading at an early age, the whole word. A child at the age of 2-3 years can learn 8 languages. The brain is like a sponge. But we are wasting that here. So there's a lot of work we have to do. We spend all our time playing politics, lying on social media all day, politics, everybody on politics. It can't be. The whole country can't be focused on politics. There's a lot of development what people need to do. Somebody walked from America to me with a book in his hand. The man had a book. He wrote a 200-page book on Ebola. I look at the book, I said, damn, man, you're strong. You wrote a book on Ebola? He said, yeah, Minister, I wrote a book. I said, great. That's wonderful. Hey, wait, next thing. Minister, I just hustled in a 1,500 job, sir. Let me get it. You can sit down and write 200-page book. Say if I'm and say you want a job, even if that 1,500, 2,000, they won't give it to you. I just got discouraged. I expected him to say, I have a 10 million proposal. I want you to link me with UNDP or USAID. So this idea here, which is valued at 10 million, I have the capacity, or I can partially the capacity to execute. Because I have written 200-page book on Ebola. The maker is asking for a government job. So why not? Yeah, we got to change that. We got to change that. We got to wake up. And under judgment, we have the opportunity because this man only dream is for a great Liberia. He goes to bed every night thinking about how we can change this country. This man live in this country. George Weah used to go on the tompa. He used to eat. He used to go in the street. He used to go have food. You were hungry. George Weah, who was president here? A tompa there. Tompa was president of George Weah, right? And the man said you never have food. So that general the country being hard. I may have no opportunity. Long time. So the country being taught. We build the country for a small group of people. When we build one road, we say we just pay one lane. Then in 50 years, time people will pay. How we do the Carway Bridge? AOC Carway down one road. One. How you do that? The country will not grow. Small-mindedness. We got to wake up. And the way we will wake up is not to wait for the president or to wait for the speaker or the pro tem. It's to wake ourselves up like your initiative. So I'm very happy to have encountered you. Yeah, Patience, who's working in my office, didn't really tell me about you. Yeah, she didn't say her to me. I just discovered you by myself. I'm sorry I'm going to be up, but I said, why are you talking to the minister about her? You see? So I'm very happy. I think we can work together. We can work together as a community And many communities listening to me across the country, whether in Nima County, in Maryland County, you have to do the same. You have to do the same. You have to organize yourselves and meet government. There are talented young people in your area. All the young people standing here have skills. Organize yourselves. Writers, everything, organize yourself. Take your destiny in your hand, young people. If you're in school, go to school well. Use your time wisely. Go to school well. Study. Focus on your future. The government is here for you. Your president is a youthful president. Your president cares about young people. So, work all of your young people over there. Let me tell you, young people here, you start singing. No singing. Leaders singing better here right now. Y'all need to work with the CDI here. Y'all need to work with the CDI to avail development. Hey. Okay, I like that. Yeah, they said why we are. So, I hear that y'all doing some luncheon. But let me tell you, I don't need to, because y'all got me as your chief, and I will convey y'all to the president. I will praise y'all. I will ask the president to invite y'all. So we'll go sit down with the president so I can explain your vision to the president. It is group like you that the president like to talk to. Because we tell them, Mr. President, when the country was sinking, these people were organizing development initiatives here for their community. They were not joining protests. They were not joining fake 16 billion lives. These are the real development heroes and heroines of the country. I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up. I'm inspired by you. You gotta dream this stuff every day. I dream this stuff. Our country will be better. Nobody has the capacity to inflict harm on the people of Liberia. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. No harm will come to this country. You have to wait for your time politically. You will lose these December elections. You will go to 2023, you will lose those as well. The George will have the next 10 and a half years as president of this country. I say so. That's democracy. Let's work with the president to deliver. Let's fix roads. Let's fix agriculture. Let's do things. In this whole, look at the green place. You think that whole place we can turn it into a massive farm with vegetables all over the place with all kinds of color greens. Huh? The whole place can supply all the color greens in supermarket. The whole place look here. So we gotta get it going. We gotta get it. So our job is to establish national fund. The Ministry of Agriculture is working to move this kind of vision. And the way the president wants, this practical thing. We gotta wake up. We can't fear ourselves. All the rest come in the country, we have to continue to come. We can grow here. And what are we doing? Well, if we continue to protest and our country, we're not stable to do that. This is why we have to stop all the end-left politics and all that and get to development. The political tanker will do it. We're getting political season now, so people trying to do all kind of stuff. But you know the good news is that the country is stable now. Salary all time, so nothing to talk about. So people are looking for all kind of way. They're trying to turn their attention on me now to attack me. So, but me, I'm running you. I just engaging my community and talking economics. When you come after me, you waste your time. Because the man who running, maybe I would take the bullet for him. Then you will just be going on and be doing development. You go, you win less time. You come to me, I will deal with you. So strategy there. I go there. Let's go. But the serious talk. Our president has done well. Let's give our president a round of applause. You know in the Bible says the rejected stone became what? The cornerstone. The rejected stone became what? The cornerstone. Yeah. And now what we see here, and that man will change the place. You can't do anything about it. So, the youth, when the youth mayor, you guys are here. The youth mean you got to organize yourself. So we'll do some luncheon. But I tell you got a space for the president. You got a space for me to sit down and talk development. So the launching thing, I don't want to focus on it too much because you already got a seat at the table. All right? The thing I'm talking about when we call here, we call all the powerful ministers. We call them and say, look at these people, and we can do plenty of things from there. So let's not focus on today because you already got a breakthrough. I will invite you first to sit down with me, key ministers. You'll bring some plans, and we invite and we talk. Okay? And from there, we plan a meeting with the president. So I can guarantee you that your project and your guy here will do that. I'm challenging you to do more. So for the organization of the program here, I will pledge $2,000 to y'all. On behalf of Minister of Magain State, I will also pledge another $2,000. So you'll get $4,000 from me. Thank you.
Mr. MC, the microphone, please. Thank you so much, Mr. Minister. Thank you. A round of applause for the minister. Let's clap for the minister. What's the matter with Syria? What's the matter with Syria? What's the matter with the organization as they show the table? Or was put at the table of the president? What's the matter with Syria?